What's up, YouTube? Brandon here, back with another video. And today, I think we're gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna start a little series and talk about news and stocks and the whole Bitcoin thing. Make a little series, and we'll see how it goes. Focus on stocks and day trading, but also talk about where Bitcoin is taking it. So maybe we'll do it a weekly thing, maybe a monthly. I don't know. We'll see what the how it goes in 2018. So. But with that said, give you some news on my trades. The I made the mistake of holiday trading, and didn't go so well recently. I traded a couple days ago, and gave back some profit. Unfortunately, I think I was up one day 300, and then I lost 300 on a really stupid technical issue, and I don't really know how it happened, but a I was in a stock way too high. It was overextended over the VWAP. I should never made a trade. It was my own fault. But I got in. The FOMO kicked in and made that trade, and it got me. But I just move on and learn from my mistakes, and hopefully it won't happen again. And with that said, I'm kind of like I took a little break after that trade, and I was like, I'm not going to trade anything else for the rest of the holiday. This trade happened back in Tuesday, I think. It was a Tuesday, I think, and then I was like, I'm not going to trade the rest of the week, and I haven't. I have seen only maybe one or two stocks, but it was very, very choppy this week, last week. I didn't want to touch it during the Christmas break, not even New Year's. So I'm going to wait until the new year next week and see how it goes. And um, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, those of you have made those some trades, you made some small profit or a big profit. Definitely some good opportunities. So I'm looking for some really good opportunities in 2018. And the reason why I say that is because uh, I predict my prediction, I guess you could say, is that 2018 will be a good year for a stock market. I'm just basing that off of continued momentum from what we've been doing, and also some good news in the market and the jobs and everything. And I'm hoping that will carry through 2018. Um, the only concern I have, and I'll switch gears here, is the Bitcoin thing. I started doing Litecoin mining back in 2013 when it was probably like $4 a coin. Uh, my buddy got me into it. I was really cool about it. I had these extra graphics cards. I bought some more graphics cards, started mining it for a couple months. I made like 15 Litecoin, and I stopped doing it because the pool that I was in got hacked. It was called WeMineLTC.com. It got hacked, and I was look really concerned about the whole Bitcoin, fiasco. So I got out of it and I stopped doing it. I kind of wish I still was mining it because I'd have a lot more money right now if I was doing that. I still have those 15 Litecoins and I'm holding on to them. That's worth almost $5,000. I mean, I didn't pay anything except for the graphics card and the electric bill, which was like actually I think free back then because I was in an apartment, which included it. But if you have a wife or you have a family and then you have a baby, I'm sure you understand that basically it doesn't having a bunch of computers running all the time is not something that's going to fly with your wife or family. So my priorities got changed, which is no big deal. But with that said, Bitcoin is blowing my mind right now. I can't believe it's at like over the 13,000. I did buy some when it was at 13,000 back in early December, and sold it. I made maybe like $20, but it wasn't like right now. Bitcoin. What I think is happening is that it's overextended, and I think the market knows that, and it goes back to some of the forecasting stockholders who are wanted to short it, as soon as those futures came out. And whoever did buy those options for the prediction of 2018, say like 3 or 4 months, said it's going to go down, they're going to make some money. And because I think Bitcoin, I don't know if it's going to recover from where it left off this at the high this month. I don't think it's going to recoup that high unless cryptocurrency news in general is a good thing. And what I've been seeing lately is not the best news. Some good news, but things like Korea, they're locking down on it. They don't want their citizens to be taken advantage of. Recently in America, uh, today actually, is everyone realizing that the U.S. government is trying to tax the cryptocurrency, and I knew this was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen this soon. I honestly thought it was going to be like at least another 6 months until next tax season came in, um, and they're going to try and get us. But they're trying to get us now. That means that I don't have the article pulled up, but it means that when you try and go on Coinbase and you buy or sell coins, well, when you sell the coins to USD to in America basically, and put it in your bank account, is that they're saying that's a taxable expense. Um, Now, the language there is, or taxable gains, whatever you call it. The language there is very vague, and they're basically just saying that um, they treat it as as income that you has to be taxed. Now, the problem is that there's a very gray area where they're not really defining, like, it's very like lawyered up talk, you know. They're not defining exactly when it's taxed. Now, from what I read, it seems like you get taxed when you basically convert it to USD or withdraw it to your bank account. Okay. Because the volatility is so drastic and so crazy. I don't know how it's going to work because I mean, for me, I mined those Litecoins, such a long time ago. How do I represent that in my taxes? That was basically earned income from 2014, and it just so happens that they're valued right now. So they treating it as an asset, but it's not really I mean, I don't know. I don't get it because it is an asset, but shouldn't I be only taxed from the time that I mined it? I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, that's what I think. I think that if you're a miner and you mined it at a certain time, you should be taxed at that time. Um, Kind of like how a Roth IRA works, where you put in the funds, the cost ahead of time. You put in the capital to your investment, basically saying, I bought the rig, I bought the electricity. I spent money. I should be able to consider that my tax. But everyone has their own opinion, and when it comes down to the government, uh, it's their way or the highway in some scenarios. But I don't know. What do you guys think? You tell me in the comments. But what I did do is I've looked at the recent cryptocurrencies, and I've decided that uh, things like Digibyte and Ripple are some really key cryptocurrencies to get into right now. Now, Ripple recently today, I really like, I bite my teeth because I was my buddy at my work was basically, man, you should get into Ripple. It was like, oh, it's going to hit $1. This is only like maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, and now it's hit $1. It's $2. So I could have doubled my money if I got into Ripple, a week when I should have. The problem was I didn't know how to buy it. Like you can go to Coinbase and you can sign up for an account really easy as a U.S. citizen, and you can buy as much as you want or whatever. But for Ripple, I could not find it, and the what I was trying to do is I was trying to use Changely.com, which is a MinerGate affiliate, and they convert Bitcoin to other coins. Well, when I was going to do it, they removed Ripple um, at that time, so I couldn't buy Ripple. So I was like, how the heck do I buy Ripple? And then recently, only recently, I signed up for one of the exchanges, the Polynex exchange. I think if you guys know what that is, it's basically a cryptocurrency exchange. I went with them because they're based in America. They're based in the U.S., so I feel more comfortable than some of those other ones that are based in Russia. So just be careful which exchange you go with because some of them, a lot of them, are overseas in some kind of sketch locations. Um, but I went with Polynex, and what I did is I went ahead and I had a couple $100 in Bitcoin, sent it to Polynex, and then I used that to buy Digibyte. And I bought Digibyte because at the time it was really gaining some momentum and some news. So I figured, okay, I'm gonna take a couple $100, I'll buy whatever amount of digibyte it's worth. I'm thinking it was like 6 cents when I bought it. I don't know what it's at now. We can take a look, but let's take a look here. Digibyte price. So it's probably still at 6 cents. Yeah, it's about the same. It's like dot 6.8 cents or something. Um, I'm basically holding on to this, and what my plan is I want to gather a whole bunch of different altcoins and just hold on to them for maybe like 4 to 6 months to see what happens. Not a lot of money, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm basically gonna say, hey, let's take a couple $100. I'll make that an investment for long term. And if it doubles, it doubles because I have better odds of one of these things doubling than I do than a stock to double with $100. I mean, it's not a lot of money to some people, but it is a lot of money to some other people. But for me, I think if I can, it's enough. It's amount of money that I can lose, and I'm not gonna lose my sleep over. Even though there's a whole thing about Coinbase causing the cryptocurrency whole community. Like you're at night and you're like, oh man, I gotta check my stats, see what it's going up or not. And it's been doing that to a lot of people lately, which is it's kind of interesting and sad too. But so some of the coins I'm probably gonna invest in. So I still have my Litecoin. I'm holding on to that. I have Digibyte. I will probably buy some Ripple when it pulls back. Ripple right now is, it's way overextended. It is like, let's take a look here. Hold on. I'll pull this up. Share my screen here. Okay. So, yeah. So let's take a look here. So Digibyte, right? So here's a Digibyte. So if we go to cryptocurrencies, let's see, currencies. Okay. So today is to December 30th. Bitcoin and Ripple. So Ripple is number two, which is crazy. $2.15. If I would have put $1,000 at a dollar, it would have doubled my money. But you would be taxed now. So I mean that's fine, but it's whatever. So Litecoin dropped down to 6. Um, what do you guys think about Litecoin? I mean, the whole thing with Litecoin is that uh, Charlie Lee, the co-founder, he used to be work for Google. He sold all his Litecoins because he wanted to be, not affected by his tweets and what he thinks. But in reality, it doesn't matter if he holds Litecoin or not. It's still gonna affect the price, no matter what he does. It didn't help the price. Let's put it that way. It went down. Um, Another one that I would say to look out for is this Cardona. I might actually buy some of this because it hasn't hit the dollar, and I think it's going to hit the market. Now, the only problem with this is got this and Ripple. They have this huge amount of circulating currency, and I don't know about Cardona, but I know you cannot mine Ripple. Ripple is not mineable. It is mainly for banks and banking companies, which is fine. Let the banks send their money. Um, I don't know if it's as secure as some of those stuff, but I know that's mainly the banks have the interest. Now, another one, I'll tell you what I'm mining right now. So I have about a couple a couple old computers in the back that I'm actually mining Monero. Um, I picked Monero because here's my thought process. So it's been down a little bit, but I never bought Monero. I just mine it. I'm in a pool with Nano Pool, and what I like about it is that they give you a graph, they give you statistics and everything like the other ones do. They didn't do that back in the old days. What I don't like is that the payout is up to one Monero, so I have to mine a whole coin before I get paid out, which kind of sucks for someone who only has maybe like two or three cards. Just doing it on the side. It's gonna take me maybe like 2 months to mine a whole coin. So I'm trying to like work on getting that a little faster, but this price, hopefully, maybe it'll hit $400 or $500 next couple months. Like I said, I'm holding on to it. I'm not really looking for it to go crazy right now because I'm mining it. But what the good thing is, though, this news about the tax stuff, right? So when people start realizing it, like, oh man, they're gonna start, taxing my cryptocurrency, and they can even trace it. So Monero and Zcash, which is way down here now, it's still $500, but those are used for privacy. There, you cannot trace the transactions. And a lot of dark web, black market stuff uses Monero. Um, and honestly, when I started mining it, I didn't even know that. I had to do some more research to realize that Monero was the one-off of the markets, because when you go to Polynex and there's other exchanges, you'll see BTC as the primary exchange, but then you have a whole different tab that says Monero. And I don't know, maybe that's because it's traced differently, I'm assuming, but it's more sketch. But with that said, what's going to happen is that people are going to get, kind of scared, and they don't want their transactions traced. So I think the price of Monero is going to go up because of that. I think that more people are going to want to get into more secure, untraceable transactions because of the whole government trying to get their little dirty fingers in everyone's piggy bank on the crypto. These other coins, I have no idea. I have no idea what to do with. Bitcoin Cash is garbage, and the reason why I say it's garbage because I really don't like the founder. I think he's kind of well. Just watch some of his YouTubes. There's a whole conspiracy about, is Bitcoin Cash Bitcoin, and I don't know. He says it is, but everyone else says it isn't, because um, you guys watch YouTube yourself, but basically, I can't understand why the price is so high. I think it's because it has Bitcoin in the name, and the other ones don't. If you'll notice, there's no other coin that says Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash is okay. So Bitcoin Dark. Oh well, whatever. But that one's pretty high. I never even heard of that one, but it is. Um, so there's a lot of ones now. This UBIC, I've heard a lot about that. It's another good one. I might think about mining that. Where's Digibyte? I didn't even see Digibyte. Oh, damn. Digibyte went down. So it's actually up a little bit, but it went down on the top list. Let's see what else is down here. Yeah, I don't, I never heard of some of these. So you can make up your own if you wanted to. Potcoin. I think that's like a Dennis Rodman coin or something. Be careful with that. Yeah. So, um, I don't know what else to say about Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies, except, let's look for 2018. Let's see what happens. Um, there's lots of news. Look out for a lot of celebrities, hyping up the coin that they're backing. I've seen a lot of that lately. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna hold out. Let's see what 2018 looks like, and hopefully it'll be a good year. But what else is going on? So holidays are over. Um, Trading, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna get into a routine where I schedule my trades, my trading days. So I'll try and trade a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday. I'm really not a big Friday trader. If I have enough cash to trade Thursday, I will, but depending if I trade Wednesday. And the reason why I don't like trading Friday is because usually there's not as much, action on Friday. There's not as much traders. Some traders might take the day off. They might work half a day or something like that. So we'll see. But but yeah, I'm gonna take it easy the first couple of days. Uh, but what I'll do is I'll post some trades for the 2018. I'll try to do a challenge. I'm thinking what kind of challenge I should do. You know, I have a couple $1,000s in there. Um, let's see if I can get some good green days. With that said, I'll catch you guys next video. Thanks.